Welcome back. This is Personal Rigging Equipment Part 2. In this module, we'll talk about a few additional tools I like to use for working at height. Also, I'll just point out again that I'm not sponsored or paid by any company or brand. We're going to talk about carabiners, pulleys, slings, cases, books, and purchase links. Feel free to pause the video at any time and read all the information or look at diagrams. Carabiners are great for hanging a pulley off a beam or tools off of your harness. There are a lot of different types, but these are the ones I have encountered most often. If the carabiner is going to be used while working above people, it should be auto-locking and have two separate movements to open it, such as twisting and pulling down. It's critical to know how much weight your carabiner is rated for so it doesn't break while under load. And never ever use a non-rated connector for lifting or hanging. These are split-side pulleys, also known as wheels or sheaves. It's a huge help in some situations for pulling points or hanging lighter equipment such as projector screens. The drawback to this style is that you have to completely remove it from the carabiner in order to put the rope in, or feed it through from the end. Pulleys come in various sizes, so remember to ensure that your rope and sheave are compatible. And again, it's important to know how much the pulley is rated for so you don't overload it and cause a failure. It's also a good practice to put a knot in the end of the rope when using a pulley or sheave in order to keep it from running away and falling to the ground. I personally prefer to use a progress capture pulley instead. These have a rope lock on them to prevent the load from going back to the ground. But you have to be careful not to pull the knot too tight to the sheave or it can be hard to release the lock. The other feature I really like about this style is the lift open side plate that can be used while staying connected to the anchor point. Using a proper carabiner shape with these is important to maintaining structural integrity. As always, check your rating and rope diameter for compatibility. In my opinion, Omni slings are the best product to use anywhere you would use a sling or daisy chain, such as hanging a pulley. These are especially nice for positioning as well. They not only come in a wide range of lengths, but their woven loop design allows for ultimate adjustability and strength. Highly recommend. 12 out of 10. These are just a few different types of slings or runners and daisy chains. As you can see, the slings offer less adjustability, but they also come in a wide range of lengths. Daisy chains are similar to Omni slings in that they have several small loops for attaching to. However, these are sewn-in loops, and some are specifically designed to rip away in case of failure to slow the descent of the load. Like all products used overhead or at height, know your capacity ratings for how you are using it. In my experience, these are two of the most common cases used for rigging equipment. The 1610 can hold all of your standard rigging equipment listed in both modules, including your rope. The 1535 will only hold your basic gear, a harness, lanyard, slings, and pulley. Not all riggers like using a hard case. Some prefer soft-sided bags, such as duffel or a backpack. As long as your gear is protected, it doesn't matter how it's transported. Again, the 5 books I cited are great. They have tons of valuable information, but there are a lot of other good ones out there. And if you ever want to do anything more than monkey pull rope, monkey get banana, read a reputable book on rigging. Take a class. Invest in your mind as well as your body and your gear. These are just some links to get more information or to purchase gear. Unfortunately, my favorite company, Patroller Supply, went out of business, but there are tons of good suppliers out there. Just ask some of your fellow locals where they get their gear. Remember, all work at heights and lifting over people's heads should be performed by a competent and qualified professional. Thank you again for watching. I hope you learned something new. Remember to hit that like and subscribe.